Good morning, everyone. I'm sitting here. I was about to make a pizza. I was about to make a pizza, and then I found something that I actually wanted for a few days now, and I thought I didn't have it. And it's oatmeal. And I looked in my cabinet, and I had 2 packs of oatmeal left. So I'm sitting here like feeling so well because I have oatmeal, but I have to do something with this oatmeal to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Now, I think I always make it, I always mess up when I gauge the water on my own. So it says half a cup. So I'm going to use a cup because I'm using 2 packets of oatmeal. But I really wanted this oatmeal. And I don't want to leave my house today for anything. I stopped eating these oatmeals a long time ago, but then I said to myself, I have to do something for myself that I really love. And I bought this, I think, from Oldie, and now I'm finished. I don't have any more, but I need the box. I learned something that I need the box for, so I'm keeping the box. So now I have my oatmeal in here. Uh-oh. I unplugged my microwave last night before I went to bed. So I have to plug it back in. But you know, sometimes I wake up and I feel a certain type of way, and I don't know how I feel the way I feel. And then a few minutes ago, I was doing the one thing I wanted to do, and that's not cry, because I'm tired of crying. And then I realized that when I woke up this morning, I saw someone's face, and I saw the complete face, so I can actually put my hand on a person and say, I saw them. But I'm kind of upset because the person needs food, and they want to come to me because they need food, but they don't know that if they can come to me because they need food. So I feel kind of bad because I'm actually able to identify the person. I actually know the person's front door, and I know I'm welcome if I was to go to the door. But I feel bad because I feel what I feel, but I also know that I'm living in a situation that, God forbid, I was to say on this camera that I was going to pack that person up a bag of food and take it to them. I could lose what I absolutely need because of kindness. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not freely at will to use my channel the way I should be using my channel, because right now the control I have in my life does not belong to me. It belongs to others. That's why in this lifetime, you need what you produce, because anything someone can take away from you is not yours. It's borrowed. It's borrowed. And I feel bad because I didn't want to cry. Didn't want to cry. But now I'm crying because I wanted oatmeal and I found oatmeal. And now someone else needs oatmeal, and I don't have it to give them. But the one thing I am going to do is stay here. And I did say I wasn't going to answer my door if my doorbell rang, but if my doorbell ring today, I will answer my doorbell. I will answer my doorbell. Because I feel so bad, because a few weeks ago I was driving, I saw the person, and I've known the person for years, but we were and matter of fact, to be honest, I just completely forgot. I used to be in this person's house, you know, because my daughter and her daughter are friends, but I used to be in this person's house a lot because we were doing play dates, and now I'm sitting here feeling a certain type of way because I know what the person needs. I just wish I didn't know what the person needs. And then it would help me greatly to not be in a position that I'm in. But last night before I went to bed, I did a video and I was saying that I needed something from the store, and I actually do. And then I went to check my mailbox. And when I went to check my mailbox, there was a check in my mailbox that I didn't realize was in there. So this is $24.63 that I got back from Rakuten. And I feel like I'm rich. It doesn't matter what the amount is. A penny earned with my own hand is my blessing because I earned it. But this $24 has to go into my savings account because I don't have any money to put into savings. So now if I am blessed with provision, I have to use it for what it's for. So I have to stick this into my meager savings account that I'm feeling blessed about building because this is all I have. I can't say I want to do something and then God gives me a way to do it and then I don't do it. I am not doing what I need to do to be obedient and do what I have to do, which take care of me, because when I am 80, I will be alone. So I need to cover myself now at 56 because I want to be alone. There is a blessing in being alone. There's peace and there's tranquility that no one can take from you. But I really feel bad because when I saw said person a few weeks ago, they had a look on their face, and at that moment I was dealing with emotions that I couldn't explain. So I just said my greetings and I drove off. But now I'm saying to myself, what if the person was malnourished at the time? What if the person needed something to eat and didn't know how to ask for it? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, but it is what it is. So I'm going to just stay right here. If my bell rings, you never know who it might be. I will answer today. Today's Saturday, so I will do that. My phone, I can't take pictures with my phone. I don't know if this video is going to show up. I need to know if it's going to come out backwards, and so that's why another reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I had a feeling that someone was going to come see me today, and they were going to come with their cell phone, and if cell phone was going to be beeping and dinging and all that other stuff. But, you know, people don't understand that sometimes when you are trying to have a conversation with someone, your background needs to be quiet so people can focus and hear. I don't know if it's because I'm a weirdo like that or not, but yesterday I was having a conversation with someone that had reached out to me, and then I took notice that the person kept looking at their TV, and so I took kindness to what I saw, and I said, let me move and shake in the right way. So I said, well, you have a good night. But then the way the tone was, they didn't want to release the phone. You obviously wanted to release the phone if you're steadily watching TV and you're focused on the TV, but you reached out to me. So I hung up and I said to myself, thank you, God. Why? Because you have to teach people how to treat you. It's not her fault that the TV was on, and it's not my fault the TV was on. But if your TV was going to bother me and you don't know me enough to know that the background noise is going to hinder this phone call, then you don't need access to me. Bye. Oh, no, you did not do this in my microwave. No, you did not. Absolutely. No, you did not. I don't know how the day is going to go, but oh, this is what I wanted. Some oatmeal. Thank you. Oh, no. Guess what I didn't want to do? I didn't have any plans on wiping the microwave out so I could make me a cup of tea. I don't know if I put butter in here. I do know I put my creamer in there. And I don't think I need anything else. Oh, I'm loving this oatmeal. Mm-hmm. I have to absolutely sit down. I'm gonna make a post in one of my groups and ask people to put like 5 items that they like to shop for their pantry, so I could put some more preparedness in here. Mm, 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 mm. Butter is my downfall, boys and girls. Don't make no sense how much butter I eat. That's why I stay trying to do the best I can to take care of myself. But boys and girls, I love me some damn butter. It's amazing what people actually love in this world. And butter is like $5 a pack of 4, and that's a lot of money. A lot of people won't buy butter, but they will surely buy a bag of weed or go to the liquor store. I love myself. I said to myself this morning, I said, you know what? I may not have everything, and I deserve something I want. And I'm going to get what I want, because everybody should get something that they want. And what I actually want right now is just some oatmeal. Some oatmeal. And then today I said to myself, okay, I can't spend this. That's not mine. And then I got a $10.17 check in my room because I like to pay extra on bills. So that check was because I paid extra on a bill and the account is now closed. So that $10.17 I have, I can actually go to the Dollar Tree and get some of those sandwich bags that I wanted. Not sandwich bags, freezer bags for my greeting cards. But I know, woo, I don't want to go into the Dollar Tree right now. There's a lot of people going into the Dollar Tree grabbing up everything, but they are. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, right here. Right there. They are. I smelled rats in the freezer department of my Dollar Tree. So I don't want anything out of that freezer department. And there is something that I do want in the freezer department. And then yesterday I saw a video where the Dollar Tree put out all of this food and people out there grabbing up. But for me right now, I need to stay out of the Dollar Tree because they are infested with rodents. But that feces and urine and everything, it's all over everything. And it could be all over anything in any store. But when you go into a store, I've done it so I know. When you go into a store, you can look around, especially if you're walking in during the entry hours, which means when they just open up. You can walk around, you can look at the shelves, you can look at the floor, especially around the lower, around the food that has access to be bitten into, like crackers. And you can look around, I've done it quite often, to see if you see rat droppings. And that will tell you if there's an abundance of an infestation. And I have done it, so, and I'm always going to do it, because rodents are just about everywhere. But I kid you not, there's one place I have never seen a rat dropping. I'm not saying that there are none in the back room, but in the store, nah, I never seen it. And that's Aldi. And as long as I can go into Aldi and I don't see that, I will shop there. I literally went into stores around here and sort of the drop-ins and things, and I'm not against common sense because rodents are everywhere. But I saw a rat in broad daylight in the Dollar Tree, and I screamed, ran out the door, and all kind of foolishness because you know that's not my damn friend. But I don't need to go there. I'm so thankful that I'm not gonna lie. I really want some crafting supplies, but I need to find it from a wholesaler, which means the order is gonna be at least $600. So that's not a possibility right now because I'm paying off some crafting paper that I paid for, and I think the order was maybe about $617 or something like that, and I have an abundance of paper, but it's blue, it's black, it's lavender and stuff like that, and I realized that I don't necessarily want to use that paper to make the cards. Now I do make some cards, my frugal cards, I shall say. But the paper that I really like for my goodness cards, I can't use that paper. No, can't use that paper. Ooh, this is beautiful, boys and girls. Peppermint tea. Ooh. Mm. If you have any issues with your stomach, the gas and those type of things, before you eat anything that has dairy in it, whether you know you have an issue or not, have you some peppermint tea. I try to have peppermint tea about 30 minutes before I have dairy, since I have a dairy issue. I'm having peppermint tea while I have my dairy. Ooh, that is good. But this is what I want. Yeah, I just wanted my butter to melt. I love butter, boys and girls. I love butter. I have this feeling that someone is in a hospital, but someone is crying outside the hospital, and they're feeling so bad about themselves, but they need to be thinking about the person that's in that bed. That person is tired. They're doing everything on their own. And I don't know how. I hope it's not somebody that I personally know, but I don't know if it is, but I do know what I feel. People actually get tired, and sometimes they don't say that they're tired, and then you have to expect that life is going to take its course. And if someone needs to be in the hospital for a few days, maybe all they need is rest. You see what the small basic things in life can do? Woo. I was in my room. Laughing a little while ago because this commercial came on. I got up out of my chair and I started exercising, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I love this song, but you know what I noticed? I watched about 6 movies yesterday on Hallmark, and that song was in every movie that I had saw. Now, I watched more than 6 movies, but about 6 movies had that same song, and I'm realizing that there is something in Hallmark movies that I absolutely need. Not want, need. So this morning when I put on a lesson for me to learn. I want to start my day in education. I want to learn something. So I put on a video that I can learn something from on YouTube. And then I said, okay, I had enough of this because I'm having an issue with my memory. So I can't take it all in at one time. I got to take it in baby steps, so that I can acquire what I need and it can stay with me. And that's what I did. So I moved away from that to put on a movie. So I'm going to put on a movie. But every commercial that comes on, I'm going to get out of my chair and start dancing. Yep, I'm going to get out of my chair and start dancing on every commercial. So hopefully I don't tie myself to something on the computer that I'm committed to, or a greeting card that I'm working on filling out. But this morning I was sitting down and saying to myself, I am happy. And happiness is so different. Happiness is so different. I can't explain it to anyone, but I hope everyone gets there one day. And then this morning, when I was thinking about my savings account, I was thinking about Coral. And I know one day Coral gonna just take a rock. She's gonna open up her front door. She say, you know what, I'm tired of this woman. Bow! She's gonna throw it. It's gonna hit me right in the back of my head. And when I do get it hit in the back of my head, I'm going right to the police department. Yep, going right to my. That's violence, and Coral don't play with violence. So that means that's not her throwing that rock. But I'm sitting here. I don't know what I'm going to cook. Oh no, I saw that. We don't have to have that. I don't know what I'm going to cook, but I saw in my mind some chicken that was 99 cents a pound. I have no idea about 99 cents a pound. None of that. That's Coral. That's Coral invading my space because she is about to put a meal on her table and she's looking for them nickels and dimes to add up. I kid you not. I was in my room laughing because I did not leave my house and I still know that Coral is working on something that has something to do with her nickels and dimes. I kid you not. That's why I have been blessed to understand that my energy needs to be attached to like minded people. And I realized, and I did something yesterday. I went to Facebook and I removed myself from some groups because the energy in the groups I don't need. And it's hard to put it in words when you're trying to be decent with what you're saying, but there's a dynamic of verbal that I need to move away from. That's why I won't be watching Tubi anymore. I love Tubi. Tubi had a lot of stuff that was interesting. I was all up in it and woo, but the energy I don't need because it's not going to help me where I'm trying to go. The energy that I need is on hold. And then it was so funny because yesterday a question came to me and it came out of nowhere. If I could only live one place for the rest of my life, where would it be? And without me even questioning, thinking anything, it said in the neighborhood that the Hallmark movie is. That's where I wish I was. But I'm going to be very careful how I speak because people, places, and things. I am very blessed to live where I live right now. I would have no problem living here the rest of my life, even to the point where I die in here. Because in here is home. Home is where you are, and home is what you build. Home is not just something someone give you. And I have also realized that a lot of times people want so bad to have what they think is better. That house with that equity and all that other stuff. But I have learned that once your house is paid for in full, there's a lot of what you might have had access to that's gone. So I'm thankful that I have my rental because where people would say they don't have anything, renting, you're really and truly losing focus on what you do have, and no one should tell you what you have. You have to find that on your own. I hope and pray that if I ever make it, when I make it, I have to be careful how I speak. When I get where I'm trying to go, I don't want a house. I don't want my bedroom on any level where someone can stand on something and look in. That's just me for whatever reasons I feel. And if you can throw a rock and hit my bedroom window, I don't want to be that low to the ground. Absolutely not. I can't sleep being that low to the ground. Now, this building could crumble and I could fall and I could completely die. That's the death I would rather die. On the ground level where someone can throw a rock and call me at the window, I'm too low to the ground. I don't want to live there. Absolutely not. But I kid you not, I can feel me owning a building. I've already felt that I was a landlord and I would be a great landlord, a great landlord. My property would be kept up. My my tenants would have free furniture. I would be putting things in people's. You need this, and that. And the only thing I do know is I would be very stern. I would be very stern. I would be monitoring people, places, and things because people don't realize. Now, just say I was in here and I was loving up on something or whatever. It could be my best friend. And then my best friend was here, using this and having access to that. That is an abuse of my landlord's kindness. So when my landlord feels he needs to raise the water because of this, and this, I can't complain because I am contributing to why he needs to raise the rent and all those other things. This morning, I was feeling that someone was struggling. They're struggling with trying to decide if they should leave because someone is in their home that they no longer feel comfortable with. And all I can say is, yes, leave, but leave in silence. Don't announce that you're leaving because there will be some type of disdain. And whatever you do, don't let people know where you're going when you don't want that person to know where you're going. Sometimes release is a blessing. Sometimes release is a blessing. I was in here like a fool. I called myself a weirdo 3 times this morning. Weirdo! Weirdo! And you want to know why? I was completely in here laughing because I said, God snatched my cookie from me. Now, just say I like strawberry cookies or oatmeal cookies, whatever the case may be. Snatched my cookie from me. Didn't do it easy, just ripped it out of my hand. And I'm sitting here now saying, all I can do is just stand in gratitude. Gratitude on its own is a blessing. But I kid you not, whoever this person is, they're just tired. And the main feeling that I got this morning was they need to pay the light bill. And someone is on the light bill. But it's kind of strange to explain it. But I really don't have any reason to explain it, but I am anyway. Just imagine you live alone and you're like me. All the lights are off other than the room that you're in. But then someone else is in your home. You're bestowing kindness, whatever the case may be. They want to just drop by. It does not matter. Get rid of the excuses. And then they just flip on this light. And then they need to use the bathroom. So they flip on that light. And then they leave it on. Why? Because in their home or wherever they're used to, they don't monitor the lights. Then they go into the living room and they want to see, and then they flip the TV on. And all of this. Now, I kid you not, that bothers me. But this feeling that I'm having is not my feeling because I'm not dealing with that. That's why I wish I could separate myself from what I'm feeling because I understand the feeling. But it's not my feeling because it's not my issue. So I really wish, but I can't stop what I'm dealing with because I have a purpose. So in kindness, people don't realize, but it takes me back to where I am connected and I do understand the basics in life and fundamentals. I basically had someone abusing the amount of toilet paper that was accessible in my home. And you may say, wow, toilet paper. Yeah, toilet paper. But just imagine going into someone's home and you're using an abundance of toilet paper, but you never brought in any. Who is replacing that? I don't buy toilet paper from my home. Absolutely not. If anyone can they say they saw me in the last 5 years buy toilet paper, it could only have been for a care package for someone else. It sure as hell was not for me. So people, places, and things, baby. But I felt that feeling this morning and I said, I hope and pray they leave. But I do know the person is leaving, but they're leaving the state. I actually can feel it, but I hope that they understand that maybe the ticket that they have to pay of being alone is something they have to understand because that's where they're going to get their blessings. That's where they're going to get their blessings. I saw this older lady sitting on a porch. She was alone. There was a lot of grass, and she was alone outside. But I don't feel like she was alone on the inside. But someone is worried about her because she's silent. But she doesn't need anyone to worry about her because she's not actually alone. She's with someone who passed on. And sometimes people look like they're lonely when they're not. Some people look like they're missing something when they're not. They're absorbing what may have been here before that is still here now. So sometimes we have to allow a person to be still. Stillness is a blessing because you get to think and you get to understand yourself. When I finish this oatmeal that I obviously am falling in love with, I have to go write in my journal, and I have to write in my journal for what I'm thankful for. And my journal is leaning towards something that I'm trying to get away from, but I will accept. I will accept what I've given my journal, but sometimes you have to write into a journal so you can see where your mind is really at. So I'm in a stage of release right now. I'm in a stage of release. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. People, places, and things. Because mm-mm-mm, mm, 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 mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. Oh, I want to eat the whole bowl, but I gotta stop because I do know what gluttony is. I'm gonna ask for this one last bite, and I'm gonna put a little top on the bowl and walk away from it. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. But I'm thinking that maybe I'll go to that door and just leave a greeting card. Just take the greeting card to the door. And if they come to my house, they come to my house. Whatever happens after that is my business and their business. The only thing I'm gonna, if there's anything go on in here, I'm just gonna ask that they don't tell anyone else, which I don't believe they would, because they are like me, honey. They like to be alone. They like to be alone, and I've known this person for quite some time, honey. People, places, their stilo is aloneness, honey. But I think I'm going to, in kindness, tape a greeting card to the door, and that will allow the person to know that they're welcome and that I had them on my mind. That would make me feel good. But I'm feeling someone's distress, and it's not distress in a way that they're crying. They're feeling distress because they don't understand why I walked away, and they're asking themselves what they did. But I will never be able to answer that question because that person has lost access to me. In kindness. But if ever the person watches my video, just know that you didn't use what you had to do what you needed to do with it, what you had when you had it. The blessing is this person is not someone that has walked through my door, and I have never walked through their door, but they had full access to me in kindness, but they made a tragic mistake of betrayal, and that's it. So and no, not betrayal in the fact of where I would hate them. I don't hate them. You have to love a person enough to set them free when they don't qualify to share your space. That's it. Qualify. There's an application on the table here. Loyalty at the top. Boom, stamp. Loyalty. That's why I say people, places, and things. If I am your friend, don't bring me to harm. Mm-mm. No matter what it is. Mm-mm. But I kid you not, I am blessed. Blessed. Because the person happened to ask me a question that they never had a reason to ask me. Mm. It was a question someone else needed answering. That's how God moves, and you have to open up both your eyes, all five of your ears, and listen. Listening is fundamental. Mm-mm. Listening is fundamental. That's why even when I read, sometimes I read twice. It is amazing. If you look on some of the groups in Facebook, someone could post something and someone would skim it. But the very key to what they're posting is down in the post, not at the beginning. So when you start commenting, you're making an ass of yourself. And that's when you get people to jump on you because you didn't read. Sometimes what you need to read is at the bottom. It's called storytelling. It's called storytelling. And some people have a gift for that. And if that's their gift, that's their gift. But I really and truly was laughing a few days ago because I was reading and I read the whole thing and realized that some people skimmed it, took the top and made their comment, and then the only thing you can do at that moment in kindness is say, maybe I shouldn't comment because maybe what I'm going to comment is not so gentle and kind. But I kid you not, I'm human. I take every bit of access to being human. So last night I went to someone in a comment that obviously skimmed the top, and I said one word with a little exclamation point. So now they're going to be like, hmm? And then they're going to go back and read what they missed. And hopefully they will clean up their comment. But it is what it is. I was on the computer this morning and someone found a picture in her phone, in her husband's phone, of a woman in a certain type of dressing, and she's like, what? And I'm like, oh wow, are we really playing Jimmy Jackass today? Do you really need someone to tell you what that is? And everybody's, trying to be whatever. So I basically said, that's your life. None of these people have. You live that life. You know exactly what that is. But if you wake up one day with HIV, did you really want it bad enough? Mm-mm. Sometimes you have to stop asking other people, what you can clearly see for yourself, and what it is. But I kid you not, I actually almost went to jail for 25 to life. I had to go outside and reach some help for someone because someone was up in here and I felt a certain type of way, but I was really in a bad way. And I'm thankful because I did, after I did what I had, the release that it took me, that some of that wasn't me. I had to remove myself from access to people because someone was really, really, their clock was about to be ticked. And you know how bad it got? It got so bad that I saw it before it happened. It was premeditated. The Lord would have been just damn goodbye. That was it. But I said, I went to someone of authority that could have called in on me, but I was of sound mind and body when I went. I don't want to do that. Absolutely don't. But I saw it happen and I have already mapped it out. But I'm thankful that I used my head and just parted ways from everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean every goddamn body, because my head wasn't in a safe place. I actually saw me doing something that I was pushed to do. So sometimes you have to say people, places, and things. Sometimes people bother you that you have never even met. That's why I really and truly had to ask myself, what do I want? Because this morning when I woke up, the very first thing I saw was this white woman with long, like reddish burgundish hair come to my door. And she came with someone else and she was asking a question. But the question she was asking for was for her boss. And I had to ask in kindness that you not do what you're doing because I'm mentally unstable. And if you move the balance of my scale, I may harm myself. So I'm thankful that moved away from me and I got away from that. But I do know that I saw it coming. So what I have to do now is be easy with some of the things that I'm saying because it could get someone to ask questions that other people may want to know. But one thing I do know that sells is drama. But also what sells is when someone doesn't understand. I don't understand. But I do know that what I don't understand, I don't need to understand. I just need to obey, stay consistent, and that's it. And I'm going to tell you something else that made me extremely happy. And this is a small thing, but you have to take the wins when you get them. Okay, I made a comment on this before, and the only reason why I'm bringing it up now is because of someone that I was speaking to last night that mentioned something about my videos. But this right here is going to be something I already said, but I have to say it in a different, a little clearance because someone asked me last night in the kindness phone call. Love you, girl. Anyway, if you have a YouTube channel and you see thumbs up and thumbs down, there's a method to the madness. Don't put your mouse over thumbs up and thumb down. Don't put your mouse anywhere near it. You will only see thumbs up. That's it. If you just remember, sometimes you may feel a certain way about something and you go looking for something because you're inquisitive. Not everything you need to know. Some things you need to just let be and let just work itself out. So this morning I woke up and I went to check my YouTube. And when I went to check my YouTube, I remembered not to put my mouse near thumbs up and thumbs down. So now all I saw this morning was thumbs up, not thumbs down. Now, I need y'all to understand YouTube is based on consistency. So if it's thumbs down, it helps you. If it's thumbs up, it helps you. Don't let the thumbs down bother you unless you're trying to figure out what you're doing wrong so you can help someone fit in a little better. But sometimes it's not about what you're doing wrong. It's about who you are. And that's it. So people, places, and things, do not put your mouse anywhere near thumbs up and thumbs down. You will only see thumbs up. But I don't know. I'm still not familiar with everything in the back office of YouTube, but I am very happy at those little congratulations things that I have. And I checked my analytics this morning. I have more male viewers of a higher age bracket than I had before. So I want to say thank you. But I am going to say, I don't know if I'm doing something right, if I'm doing something wrong, but I can only say thank you because you're clearly being consistent, which means whatever it is I'm doing, I'm bringing to the table, you are welcoming me in your home, and I feel absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. When I did my shirts one day, I looked in my room the other day, and I don't understand how I made so many shirts with my face on it. And then this morning I said to myself, I need those shirts because those shirts are going somewhere. So what I have to do now is just make sure I keep them in care because whatever they were meant for, their purpose is already here. So I am thankful. I am thankful. But I cannot get away from the fact that I absolutely got to a point where I didn't want to do YouTube anymore. And now I'm so thankful. And April is the one who helped me realize just take a break if I need to take a break. And I'm going to tell you, if you're getting overwhelmed with life, whatever the case may be, step back. Do what you need to do for yourself. Because love, honey, loving yourself is priceless. I kid you not. Loving yourself is priceless. I was thinking the other day, I have never been one of those people that needed the girlfriends to gather up on, Friday and stuff. But I'm saying to myself now, I want to have people over to have a crafting, something in crafting, just share the kindness and the love. Just put some paper down and all kind of goodness. And everybody just craft. I think I need to put myself in that type of environment. So I'm looking into that. But last night I had to do something I didn't want to do. I had a coffee table right here that I had put together, and I tried to pass it on in whatever capacity. And someone said, "Oh, I'll come and get it tomorrow." With about 2 or 3 people, and it was on a site called Buy Nothing. And one of the people I actually personally know, so when she said she will be here, she will be here. And I told her, you can use my vehicle to take it home because I know where she lives, So she said, okay, I'll be there in the morning time. So I waited till the afternoon, and I got no message. But I did say message me in the morning to let me know you still want it, and the message never came. So in the afternoon, I took the listing down. I still kept it for a few days because she lives walking distance to my house. She could literally walk to my house. But I said, no, I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to take it downstairs to my lobby. Let someone in my building have it. So that's what I did. I took the table, made sure all the garbage was out so it wouldn't be hidden up with the junk. And I put the whole table right where someone could see it and take it. So today I have something else that I'm going to take down, but I'm going to wait till all the garbage is out for the day because I don't want someone to see it with the garbage and say, oh, that's someone's garbage. You might have bed bugs, whatever the case may be. So this right here still has tags and everything on it. So I'm going to take it down like maybe midnight or whatever. So whoever comes in, if they have free will, they can take it. I don't play with my time. Mm-mm. I don't play with my time. If you tell me in the morning is until 12 noon. So, people, places, and things, and I just remove access. And I'm not going to be one of those people that say, well, you didn't come. This, I don't need to borrow someone else's problems. I don't need to cause chaos in my life for no reason. Not saying that maybe later on down the line I may have some, not have something to tip the scale, but this right here, it was me giving him kindness, and so it was meant to be where it was meant to be. So I have to prepare my space for some abundance that's coming in the door. So it is what it is. But I realized that something that I have, my dining table, I actually want for myself. But I really don't want. Uh, I don't have space for everything I have access to, and I don't want to hold myself in greed, and I don't want to hoard and all those type of things. So I'm going to get out of. Now I do have some chairs in a box that need to be put together, so I'm going to put a note on it and just put it out in the hallway, and then whoever take it. But I wish sometimes that people understood what I really do and would just help me while I'm going through the process of getting where I need to be while I need help. But I don't want to ask anyone because I feel like, first of all, like I'm begging. But just imagine being in someone's space and they're always putting out, and they're not putting out junk. They're putting out something that someone can use. But then you never say to yourself, let me just pass this person $5 to just help whatever they're trying to do. That's the stuff that bothers me in this world because a lot of times people are so accustomed to taking, but sometimes it's not always about taking because just say someone needed something picked up and it was free, but I knew I can get it to someone else. I have to spend gas to get there. I have to spend my time to get there. So sometimes I say, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm not going to do it because I can't afford it. And that's where it is. But the truth is the light. So I'm thankful because I looked in a certain place that I didn't know I had a special little funding, and I have gas money just in case I had to go somewhere that I wasn't expecting to go. You always have to be ready and prepared. So I'm thankful for that. And my little check that clears tomorrow goes straight into my savings. And let me tell y'all, it is $24.63. As rich, as rich. Yes, honey, I'm rich. Because why? I purchased something that I wanted to help me be happy. And this is abundance that came from it. So I said to myself yesterday while I was doing a video, I said, I sent out this, and this. And it made me feel so good. And then Coral sent me something this morning when I was trying not to cry. This is why Coral is the bad girl. She sent me something that was so much me. Because basically the gist of it was that I do things I do to make me happy. And that is all I want to do is just make me happy. Whatever it is that makes me happy, I just want to be able to do it because I owe myself loyalty. And loyalty is on is on the table, boys and girls. So I sit down and say to myself, how? And I said it yesterday in the video, how do I give more? You want to know how? Because I get. I just don't realize that I actually get. I just have to realize that it comes in its own way, shape, and form. It's called acceptance. Life moves in its own circles. Uh, does anybody feel that hot flash? Oh my goodness. Boys and girls, I don't know if you saw my video yesterday, but I almost wobbled down on the floor right in front of the stove. So I was so thankful that I got away from the stove. But I'm going to I don't know, my phone broke. I can't take no pictures, and I have 4 greeting cards. Let me show you my cards. Oh my goodness. I wasn't looking to show you my cards, but I'm gonna show you. If you don't want to look, you don't have to look. Get out. You know what they say. Exit door to the left. But this card right here, I made last night. I absolutely love it. But I had to work to get the image where I needed it to go. So I had to do a little bit of turning and all that other stuff. But I absolutely love this card right here. And I put a birthday sentiment on it because I was feeling a senior person was having a birthday about 90 years old. That's the feeling I had when I made this card, that someone was turning 90. And this card is simple. It's more like elegant. So it cards to me are home decor. Many of you have seen I have cards around my home. Cards make me feel a certain type of way when I walk past them, whatever memory I had when I made it or whatever the case may be. I don't expect other people to feel that way. Now this one here, I love all 4 of these cards, by the way. This one here, I had to trim all around in here to get it right where I wanted it. But when I built the card this way. So if you look, you can see where I cut. But this is the way the card goes. That's the magic. I don't know how I do it, but when I build the card, I build it lopsided, and I'm like, I don't really see the ending until I turn the card around. So for some reason, I have to just go with madness. So when I did this card, building it this way. So if you look at this card, you will see a certain view this way, but the butterfly tells you that the card goes this way. The magic is like watching someone build a puzzle, and you're like, because all I'm building is a puzzle. It's a puzzle. But I love this card, and you want to know why I really like these cards? Because I was able to use my desired paper that I cannot use in my printer anymore. And then I couldn't use the paper, but I said, you know what? I am so thankful because I wanted that paper out of here. And I am so thankful. Yeah, April told me not to. And she didn't actually say not to. She just said something in kindness. And basically it meant stillness. So this card right here, I did. And I built it this way. So if you look at the card, just take the butterfly off and look at the card and see where everything lines up. And then I was going to take this here and turn it the long way so that the stripes go this way. But then I put it this way, and then I turned it this way. Now look at where it flows. Woo! Oh my goodness! Oh my God. Oh, I have to hold the wall for a minute. Woo, I feel it, baby. I feel it. Oh, somebody does not like me right now. Somebody is not my friend right now. Woo, I feel it, boy. I feel it. But I kid you not, somebody don't like me right now. But you know what it is? I kid you not. They want to hate me, but they can't. They want to hate me, and they're mad. They're mad. I mean, when I say mad, they're boiling, but they can't hate me. You want to know why? Because it's not in them to hate me. But I can feel right now this person is almost cursing me. They didn't call me a bald-headed. They didn't use a bad word, but they don't like me. And really and truly have it. You see this right here? I really and truly sometimes love what I'm going through because it reminds me that I'm real, but I'm thankful because they can't hate me even though they're trying. So people, places, and things, but please just stay. Just stay wherever you are, do whatever you need to do, because that's it. Hate is foul, boys and girls. Hate will lead you to something that will make you do something you don't want to do. But I'm just happy because I got that feeling that I needed to get this morning. If a person is thinking about you, whether it is good or bad, just accept that you are in someone's life. You don't have to have access to them. You still have them. Mary, I know what you're saying, girl. Yes, it is, it is, it is. But I kid you not. I need to remove myself from the presence right now of whoever's sharing my energy. And I need to get into something of my purpose because that borrowed energy I don't want. I only want energy that belongs to me, that comes with God's light. Anything outside of that, I don't want. False prophets, and I don't care what it is. I need to stay in my own right now. So I'm gonna move myself from this because obviously I conjured up something and I don't actually want it. Whether I like it, don't like it, none of that matters. I have free will to do what I need to do, and I need to get to where my wholesomeness can be accepted in my own way, where I have control, and that means paper, baby. Have a good day. Bye bye. Love you all. Have a wonderful day.